It was a Class 4 felony. Kofoed was the supervisor of the Crime Scene Investigation Division for the Douglas County Sheriff's Office. The state charged that Kofoed falsified DNA evidence during the investigation of Matthew Livers and Nicholas Sampson as suspects in the April 2006 murders of Wayne and Sharman Stock. The state later dismissed the charges against Livers and Sampson and convicted different suspects for the Stocks murder. An anonymous whistleblower complaint within the Douglas County Sheriff's CSI unit triggered the investigation. Prosecutors say Kofoed planted a speck of blood in a car linked to Livers and Nicholas, but Kofoed blamed accidental contamination. Multiple of the 7 S's were violated in this case. The search for evidence was disorganized and Kofoed searched alone, giving him the opportunity to make a mistake and plant the evidence. Securing and placing evidence was also compromised because Kofoed tampered with the proper use of paper bags and DNA testing. The chain of custody was also violated, which makes the integrity of the evidence falter as well. Kofoed ran tests alone and failed to report how he got to his conclusions through logic and truth. To testify to these claims, prosecutors had Kofoed's partner investigator, Rettelsdorf, recount his findings at the crime scene and how Kofoed presented the evidence to him. Rettelsdorf testified that he and Kofoed were working within 6 feet of each other in April 2006 after being told to re-examine a car to see if a weapon was used in the Case County double murder and had been placed in the back seat. Rettelsdorf said he didn't remember seeing Kofoed use the testing kit that had been the main focus of his defense. Rettelsdorf also said he didn't remember seeing any of the items that Kofoed told a grand jury he used that day. Those items included between 5 and 10 swabs Kofoed said he used before grabbing a filter paper to swipe a large area, a trash bag for the discards, and the paper he spread out to create a sterile surface to conduct the tests. The court found Kofoed guilty of evidence tampering during the Stock murder investigation. The court found that in each case, Kofoed had access to the victim's DNA specimens that investigators had previously collected from the crime scene and under unlikely circumstances, and despite other investigators' failure to find such evidence, had found the victim's DNA evidence in a place that corroborated the suspect's statements implicating himself in the crime. Although the innocently accused were set free and Kofoed was behind bars, people were still upset due to such a scandal in law enforcement. Sam Walker, a professor of criminology at the University of Nebraska at Omaha, said, "They need a one-time, top-to-bottom review, and they need to issue a public report of all their findings. They need a national audit of their crime lab. They need outside leadership, and they need to pay whatever it will cost to do all these steps because their credibility is essential." David Kofoed was ordered to pay $6.49 million to 2 men wrongly jailed for the 2006 murders of Cass County. David Kofoed has served his time and now resides in Northern California.